fight energy is unmatched.
This is amazing.
Fight Clock is brought to you by Timex, official timekeeper of UFC. Timex watches have taken a licking and keep on ticking since 1854. And quickly to correct something I said earlier, 22 takedown attempts, not lands for Whittaker over his last 3. Landed 6 of them, but we'll see how much he chooses to wrestle here tonight and if that even works against the outstanding takedown defense of Adesanya.
Well, he has to. And I think a key is taking him down in the center of the octagon, running the feet through them. Against the fence, Israel, with his frame, because he's so tall, and because of his skill, is incredibly hard to take down. And if he is taken down with the fence, it's easier to get back up. But out in the center of the octagon, if he can get him to defend some shots and then run through him, the takedown's going to present itself a lot easier. That said, though, Rob's got to be strategic. He's got to take his time. And he needs to have a different approach. Last time out, it didn't work.
Well, he already is more patient. And Adesanya's trying to draw his shots out. But as we saw earlier with Alberg, if you stay on your heels too much, they'll just pick you apart. But right now, Robert Whittaker's not rushing in. He's not overextending, trying to get to Adesanya.
Good jab from Adesanya after Whittaker landed the leg kick.
I mean, the problem for Robert is that there's a 7-inch reach advantage for Israel Adesanya. So getting on the inside is hard anyway. So it will be easier if he can make Israel come to him and have Israel take away that advantage. Of course, you've got to slip and defend the shots coming your way. But if you can do that and then counter Israel, well, could be very interesting.
It is such a nuanced striking approach from Israel Adesanya. Feints and reads and way over my head, a lot of it.
Come on, John.
Adesanya is constantly switching stances. He's never in one position too long. Off of strikes, he goes from southpaw to conventional.
And there's so many feints. I mean, just the little twitch of the hips, pretending he's going to kick, the shoulders. That's what Robert was doing in the first fight, kind of lunging in a little bit like that. Now and again's okay.
Yeah.
He was doing it too often in the
That's
first
one
fight.
of his best strikes, though.
Yes, the left
little
hook.
leaping left hook, followed by the right over the top.
And that right head kick as well. That was a solid calf kick. Rob felt that one.
And Izzy has been hammering that weapon through about 3 minutes here early in the fight. All right, Dean Thomas, what do you have, sir?
Well, if you look at Robert Whittaker, you can notice a heavy boxing influence in his stance.
Yep.
Every so often, he starts leaning over towards his right. So watch the left high kick from Israel Adesanya to keep him straight up. There it goes right there.
Yep.
And that's honestly why Izzy can land so many outside kicks. Because he's so turned and he's so boxing-centric, it's easier to get to your target.
Oh! Early knockdown for the champion.
What a shot. Oh, look at him.
He's gliding down
as
the
a
crowd,
cucumber. Right? He's like, calm down, Robert. I just dropped you. I mean, look at him. Now he's punking him, growing in confidence. I mean, which is a scary thought. Israel is one of the most confident people on the planet, but for a good reason. He backs it up. It's not all talk. He's the champion of the world, incredibly dominant. There's a sloppy takedown attempt, though. Izzy saw that coming a mile away.
But I think that's okay, right? If you're Robert Whittaker, that's okay.
Yeah.
You got to give him the thought. Because Adesanya right now has gotten really comfortable with the stand-up, but he defended that takedown with no problem.
Whittaker hit on the feint there.
I mean, this is what he wants. He wants Izzy to come at him.
Yep.
But he's got to capitalize on it. He's got to make him pay.
I thought Adesanya did a good job of this, even in the Blachowicz fight. He was feinting him and setting him up, but just not taking the traps that he was set. He wasn't capitalizing on them. Tonight, he is capitalizing on him. I think Izzy feels like the threat isn't as great with Robert Whittaker in front of him.
You know, it's an interesting placement on the kicks of Adesanya. It's more on the hamstrings coming around the back as opposed to the calf. But I tell you, every one of these exchanges is terrifying for Robert Whittaker because he's been dropped. I mean, the power of Adesanya really is phenomenal.
Whittaker went to check that kick, raise the leg. Final 10 seconds of round 1.
Well, now he knows that Izzy can hurt him, so he's got to be very cautious in his approach. but you can't be so cautious that you're giving away rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
And that round was Israel Adesanya's round. The moment they turned to go back to the corner, he looked a tad bit discouraged. If he's going to have a chance, he's got to find some success, and he's got to find some success right away.
Well, it is demoralizing. You know, you train, you win 3 fights to get back to this position, and you get dropped in the first round again. You know, it's like, man, I've got no answer for this guy.
Especially when you've been the best for a long time.
Yeah. See, now we're starting to get a little desperate.
Well, he's taking some chances.
Whoa! I mean, it's that kind of interaction that ended the first fight.
Yep. Because when he stopped punching, Izzy's still going. And that's where Izzy knocked him out.
That's what Rob needs to do. He needs to slip the shots and try and get on the inside with the hooks.
Well, that's when the takedowns will present themselves.
Exactly.
Off of Izzy's strikes. He's not going to just shoot and take him down.
Now, these corners calling for straight shots for Robert. But he doesn't really throw straight shots. Often his shots, they kind of have an arc to them all the time, other than the jabs.
Well, because he's slipping and moving in the most of his attacks.
The head movement from Adesanya is a sight to behold, and we did just get the quote from Whittaker on the stool, and it was about those leg attacks, and he said, Adesanya knows how to attack my legs. He's doing it effectively. 12 already.
12 in 1 round. I mean, it's impressive.
Some inside, some outside, and
there's a nice job. He's having a better round so far. That was close.
Whittaker corner calling for a little bit of self-belief at this point. Nice connection there with a left by Whittaker.
Yeah, that was a real nice shot, and that will give him self-belief. That will improve your confidence when you start landing. In the first round, he didn't really land anything significant, and he got dropped. But now he's working his way back into the fight. Certainly a better round. Kind of telegraphed that kick.
But you got to start throwing that to the body if you're Robert Whittaker, because Israel Adesanya will always lean back out of the way of that kick.
All right, here we go, here we go.
Takedown for Whittaker.
He's trying to get that hand at the back's trying to grab Izzy's left hand. Izzy's going to give up his back here. Nicely done.
But look for Whittaker to go to the same takedown that Malkoun was using. If he can get his hands locked, try to step around the leg. Adesanya's doing a masterful job of putting him back in front of him.
But this is how Izzy likes to defend takedowns, you know. I mean, he's a master at this. He's very, very good. For Rob, he's got to get him off the fence. He's got to turn, pull him, drive him towards the center of the octagon. That's a different ball game completely.
Dean will give the fighters a lot more time to work in the clinch than Dan Rugliata, of that yes. I can assure you.
And you have to in this kind of fight. I mean, this is Robert's strategy.
Adesanya puts him right back on his heels every single time. Controlling the center of the octagon.
And when Whittaker fought Darren Till, he did drop that first round before coming out strong over the final 4. So has had some success rallying. This an entirely different beast, though.
I mean, the speed of that left kick, it's ridiculous.
And there's no tell. Yes. I mean, it just comes out, doesn't do anything to show it.
Nice jab and a leg kick on the return from Whittaker.
I'm surprised we don't see a level change. When he's in like that, and he's throwing the shots and he's in close, I'm surprised we're not seeing a level change and a good old-fashioned double leg.
There's a massive threat, man, in the way that Adesanya stands. He's so rooted into the ground, looking like he wants to go. It's hard to think of even changing levels because you don't know what's coming back in your direction. Look at him.
Leg, man.
Look, I mean, John, his posture is so much more aggressive than it normally is tonight.
And that dovetails with what he said all week. You know, that he was going in here with bad intentions tonight. This fight already longer than the first meeting.
And that's something we anticipated. A much longer fight between these two.
All right, 10 minutes in the books.
And confidence is everything.
He seemed better in that round.
Right.
But again, that comes from having success in round number 2.
Who do you think took that round?
Man,
It's very close.
I think the champ still did.
Yeah.
It feels like he still won the round, but I feel like
Yeah, maybe we're making a bigger deal out of the success
Yes.
Rob had because he didn't get any the
because he
round
had
before.
none in round 1.
0.
So I still believe he won the round, but when you have success, you feel like you can go and do something more to build off of that.
Nice footwork.
Whittaker a touch hesitant here early round 3. Hard to blame him given all the long-range weapons coming back. See some of the scorecards out there.
That's a nice little jab, kind of caught him coming in. Got him off balance. I don't like the way Adesanya's got those fingers out there like that all the time. Herb should say something about that.
DraftKings Sportsbook saw a lot of late money come in on Israel Adesanya. Closed in the minus 350 range after being below minus 300 all week. Three and a half to go, round 3.
It's all very left-hand dominant. I'd like to see a right hand thrown in on the end of it. It's becoming a little predictable, just like the first fight.
You heard Herb Dean ask Izzy to put those fingers extended up and not straight ahead.
Oh, there's a good job.
Both guys landed big shots.
Yeah. Sounded like Izzy's was more powerful, though. You heard that one.
Yep.
Adesanya has so many tricks to make you engage, right? So it's shoulders, it's hands.
Nice.
There's a lot of different things that he does.
Oh, nice knee.
Yeah, great defense.
It's outstanding.
Yeah, no, fantastic defense.
Because Whittaker beat him to the hips. Whittaker actually beat him to the hips there, but Adesanya was able to defend. Again, his confidence at 185 is through the roof. And it's showing in his performance. And honestly, Robert Whittaker's showing a better version of himself than he did first night.
Oh, listen, it's a very close fight. I mean, it was a big first round, but 2 and 3. I've got Izzy ahead. That's big. That's big for Robert, but he's got to hold him down. Made a mistake there.
Adesanya is so desperate to get back to his feet. When he fought Blachowicz, he was almost okay with being on his back. But in this fight, he is getting up to his feet so fast. Whittaker has to find a way to get him back to the mat and control this position.
I mean, we've seen these positions here. Izzy is able to defend all of them, able to get back to the feet, able to, you know, use the hips to stay on the feet. And that wasn't the case against Jan Blachowicz, you know, and you've got to factor in Robert used to be a welterweight. Jan Blachowicz could probably fight at heavyweight if he wanted to. He's a big, big guy.
Well, Jan was taking him down in the middle of the ring, too.
Yes,
in the
correct.
octagon, too.
Joe Rogan just texted me and Daniel that Izzy might have hurt his right hand. He keeps pressing his glove with his left hand, and I did just notice him do that a second time, and when he went to post with the right hand, appeared to do so gingerly. So we'll keep an eye on that, and he just did it again, or so it appeared. There's the jab of Adesanya.
Well, you see if Adesanya becomes super...
Nice leg kick. That was heavy.
Whittaker took a look up at the clock.
.30 seconds now to go in round 3. Whittaker 2 for 5 on the takedown front.
I mean, Rob's doing a good job. He's just a little behind.
Well, he just can't build momentum, right? He'll land one like that, but then Izzy will come back, throw a few kicks.
He's becoming too predictable with the left hand, though. He's got to throw something else. You know, he's got to put a right hand together, a right hand, left hook.
These last couple rounds have been much better for Robert Whittaker.
Oh, for sure.
The official electric trimmer of UFC. Visit manscaped.com now.
Let's fight.
So a sense of urgency in the corner of Whittaker, calling for the blast doubles. Easier said than done, though, my friend.
Izzy's corner was happy with the round. Izzy felt like he hurt Robert's leg, so look for him to attack that more.
Body kick partially lands for Adesanya. Once again in perpetual motion when it comes to his footwork, his stance. Whittaker moving pretty well despite the aesthetic damage on that lead leg. Oh.
That was some good dirty boxing inside by Whittaker. Nice knee in there by the champion.
Yeah, I keep saying it, though, but he's got a left-hand dominant. So much of it. It seems to be his only attack. He's got to change it up. Whereas Israel is just a variety of the attack. You know, you don't know where it's coming from. It keeps you guessing. Punches, knees, kicks.
Dean Thomas, what do you have?
Well, Mike, you're 100% right. He's left-hand dominant. But the thing is, I think he's hesitant about throwing that right hand to the head. Yeah. He's got to put a straight right to the body.
Well, this is interesting. Whoa.
Whittaker's got the back here.
Oh, he's getting it under the chin as well. Not quite.
But Adesanya's doing a good job of fighting the hands. Great job of the champion fighting the hands.
Nicely defended by Adesanya.
But that to me, I don't understand. Why did Whittaker go back out in the space?
Yeah.
When Adam trapped against the octagon, shoot again. If taking him down is your game plan.
Well, he's just had a big explosion, a big effort. You know, probably wants to take a few breaths.
To pull the belt off of a guy like, to get a belt off of Adesanya, you are going to have to give those big efforts back to back to back.
Yeah, that's it. Constant attacks, varied attacks.
Because he's not stopping. Right? The moment he gets back to his feet, he goes right back to work. He gets right back to the pressure.
Whittaker has settled in, if nothing else, as we cross the midpoint of round 4. Certainly has had some moments as this fight has drawn on.
He has.
He's had a lot of good moments, and it's a close fight.
It really
is winning every round, though. I think it's 10-9 every round to Whittaker, sorry, to Israel, pardon me. But, you know, it's close. But it's not enough to take the belt from him.
Nice work with the jab by Whittaker. Adesanya returns and appeared to land under 2 now to go in the round.
I mean, I'm not sure who the judges are, though. Is that other guy on?
He's done for the night. He's done for the night.
Whittaker wins every round. 10-8. Nice little jab. Look at that.
He is eating that leg up, man.
And there, Adesanya did throw that right hand, but seemingly something going on there.
He threw it and hit Whittaker on the shoulder.
That's a good shot by the Reaper.
Little uppercut in tight, dirty boxing.
Yeah.
Whittaker has fought much better late in this fight. The only round that he was out of it or it didn't seem competitive was in round 1.
Yep.
Every other round have had good moments by each guy.
There's a nice double jab. I mean, listen, I'm talking about the left hand. It's a very good weapon of Rob's, and he is dominant, and that's his best shot. But you can't go out there and beat a guy like Israel Adesanya with just a jab and a left hook. You know, you've got to have a more varied attack. Of course, and I know he's trying. I'm not trying to sound critical.
Yeah, Mike, I'm telling you, man, some of these rounds are really close.
No, they are.
And Israel Adesanya is fighting exactly as he needs to, but by Robert Whittaker taking that more cautious approach, he's kept himself into the 4th round now, about to be round 5.
But Robert should have pushed forward there when they separated. There's a good right hand.
Late high kick. Whittaker wisely raises the guard. 20 minutes down. The final, as they say. 5 minutes to decide the UFC middleweight championship. And Michael, the Whittaker corner agrees with you. They want that right mitt.
Well, they need something. They need takedowns. They need right hands. They need, ultimately, a stoppage in round 5 if Whittaker's going to win this. I've got Izzy ahead on every round. Very close, as we said. The first round was a good one. Since then, Roberts closed the distance, closed the gap, but still not enough.
Adesanya, minus 750 betting favorite on the live odds at DraftKings Sportsbook right now. Double jab there from Whittaker.
We're in the round 5 now, in a fight where the rounds have been close. Robert Whittaker has done a lot of good things since round 1, but Israel Adesanya has completely stayed true to who he is. A lot of kicks.
Well, he's passed the test.
But here's another nice jab by Whittaker. So it's like they're kind of going tit for tat at this point. This is a hard fight to judge.
I mean, listen, when I say he's passed the test, I mean, Whittaker spoke to us this week. He talked all about wrestling. That was a big emphasis, big part of the game plan. Said he's hitting the canvas, and ultimately he hasn't. You know, and Rob, let's be honest, you know, takedowns were a big part of this training camp, a massive part of the strategy.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been able to execute. And that's because of Israel Adesanya, because of his speed, because of his timing, his distance, his range.
His preparation.
Yeah.
He was prepared right now, right? He seems as though he's prepared well for Robert Whittaker. But, like I said, you don't know how these rounds are going
He's gonna go again. He's gonna go right now. Can't let him off the hook. That one kind of stunned him a little bit. Go for it again.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Adesanya measured as he works his way into range. We'll see if Whittaker tries to change levels here. There it is.
There it is. And on the single.
Adesanya's doing a good job of defending, but Whittaker giving him that takedown feel again is a very positive thing, even though he didn't get it.
Stop. You all right? Stop. No, stop. Are you okay? You need time.
One of the reasons Rob hasn't had as much success is because he's having to shoot off of his back foot so much. If he could go forward a little bit, I think the wrestling would be more effective. But he has gotten takedowns.
Now Adesanya has said forget with the finger warnings. He just closes that lead hand. Again, pressing on it. Pretty nice
shot again by Whittaker.
But look at that, Adesanya straight away getting back up.
That was
going to explode now.
That was a beautiful level change by Robert Whittaker. Getting to the shot, getting his head through the position and driving across to finish on Israel Adesanya.
Fighting the hands, trying to separate the grip.
Well, he's got the lock hidden on the far hip. So it's harder for Israel. Now Israel's moving that lock back inside where he can start to attack the hands. He's done this twice. He goes Kimura. The moment Rob starts to defend it, he lets go. He gets back to his feet.
Pretty good left out of the break, acknowledged by Adesanya.
Yeah, Izzy couldn't care less. He's like, come on, give me another.
Yeah.
Well, when they say it doesn't hurt, generally, they feel something.
Whittaker 4 for 8 unofficially on his takedown attempts.
The right hand was open again. I hate to sound like a broken record.
I feel like Whittaker isn't throwing that because he knows that when he's throwing that, he leaves himself open. That's when Adesanya catches him with his counter right hook.
Final minute. Whittaker in on another takedown. Adesanya stays upright.
I mean, this is a good round for Whittaker.
Yeah, really good round for Whittaker.
He's won this round, I'd say.
And if you thought he won round 2, now you're looking at a fight that could come down to one of those middle rounds being scored however it was seen. But honestly, here in the crowd, this is exactly what this fight needed to be in order for Robert Whittaker to have a chance.
Right. Oh, 100%.
It needed to be one of those fights that wasn't very fun.
I said Adesanya's probably one of 2 the best strikers we've ever seen. You don't formulate a game plan which is standing and going toe-to-toe. You want to slow him down, you want to clinch, you want to take him down. 10 seconds, Rob, just let go and swing, come on. Because even if he gets the takedown now, what's the point?
Nice to see them bury the hatchet, so to speak. Israel Adesanya and Robert Whittaker in the rematch go the full 25 minutes.
Very curious to see the scorecards.
Dude.
That's great. That's awesome. Love to see it.
I would argue Whittaker's best round was certainly the 5th.
Yep.
But I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of scorecards had Adesanya winning rounds 1 through 4.
Correct. I think 49-46, Israel Adesanya. Very dominant in round 1. Rob made some adjustments. Landed a lot of left hands. A few takedowns here and there. Never really hurt Israel. You know, the telling blows came from Izzy. Hurt him on many occasions. Let's take a look at some of the action. So Adesanya leg kicks early here. Hurt Rob. Remember at the end of the first round, he was complaining about that. There's a straight left, sits him down. Pinpoint accuracy. Here's a nice left from Whittaker. Nice jab there, follows it up with another. Here's a side kick into the takedown. Ran through him there. Gets the takedown, but Izzy immediately starts working back to his feet. Nice jab landed. The right hand would have been nice there. There's some more leg kicks from Izzy. I mean, Rob's going to be sore tomorrow. There's another one of the takedowns for Rob. Timed that well. 4 takedowns for Robert Whittaker, ties the most against Israel Adesanya in this weight class. So, great work by Rob. Definitely a better attempt than the first fight. There's that left hand again. Nice body kick from Israel. I mean, it was a very, very close fight. Robert clearly looking for the takedown.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges scored the contest 48-47, 48-47, and 49-46 for the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world.